I'm here with Christos of On Thorns to talk about their self-titled record that comes out October 13th on Season of Mist. Thank you very much for taking the time. How are you doing
today?
Thank you.
Just fine. We're just, anxious about the release date.
It's coming close. It's coming very close. So let me ask you this. How has the journey for the band been across these 10 records? When you look back and you look at the debut album and you look at every album since then, how's that path been for you?
Yeah. Now I'm looking back. The difference is I see now band full professional. So everything we do nowadays, it's 100% at the very best. So we tried our best, and we managed to get a huge sound, to have good live appearances. Has nothing to do with the past.
When you look at the self-titling of the record, does that have a special meaning for you? Deciding to go with the self-title for the 10th album?
Yeah, we wanted to say to say to people that this is our best effort so far. This is our best material. It's the best album, the best label so far. So yeah, we're very proud of this record, and we're going to do our best to to promote this, play everywhere.
Do you work on the record when you decided to start working on this album? Do you take a song by song approach, or do you always have in mind what the full record should sound like, should feel like, should be like?
Yeah, I had the idea, of using some ethnic elements, some ethnic instruments on this one. I started composing the record during the pandemic, time. So we had more time then. So I think I remember from this procedure thousands of hours in front of the Cubase, composing, having a lot of ideas, and after putting all the riffs down and starting giving shape to each song, then I tried to to see how those ethnic elements would work, and this is the result.
Was it difficult to incorporate those elements?
In the beginning, it sounded to me very, very difficult. Now that I'm composing the next one, it's easier. A lot of a lot of experience now, because I study. I spoke with people playing those instruments. So those years were years of exploring, studying. I'm better to do it now, so it's easier.
Outside of adding those elements, was there any other challenges that this record threw your way?
No, I don't think that in this record I faced such a specific challenge. The challenge is on the next one, but we will speak about this in the future, in the near future.
Yeah, we'll have time to talk about that one. There's still an album now to come out, so you have to concentrate on what's ahead. When you look at the sound of the band, when you look at the sound of this record, sometimes this kind of sound, this kind of record, you start to see some repetition happening from the first all the way to the last song. Is not the case here. The album has a lot of life. It's very dynamic, a lot of ups and downs, a lot of ebbs and flows. Is that always on the back of your mind, to not just have that dark experience, but also a record that connects with the listener and it's engaging?
Yeah, of course. Thank you for your words. Yes, this exactly I have in my mind. But this I had in my mind from the first demo, but I couldn't do it very well then. Now probably I know to do it. I managed to do it better than before. But yeah, always I have in my mind to have an album full of musical surprises. We try each song to be to have the whole atmosphere to be unique and specific. On the other hand, we try to mix elements, to have different landscapes in the musically, I'm referring. So I don't like the monotonous, the monotonous classic doomy death stuff. It's boring. Sorry.
It is boring, and that's normally what you find on records like this. So this one, to me, right away, I noticed that as a big difference, that it didn't fall into those traps. It didn't have that element of just being repetitive and redundant after a while.
Thank
It's still
Thank
fresh from song to song, and it's fresh every time you're listening to it.
Yeah, thank you so much for this. We try a lot. We try a lot, believe me, on this one.
Well, you got there. You got there. Being a
Thank
guitar
you.
player, I have to ask you about the guitar sound, because I love the guitar sound on this record. It was a very rich guitar sounding record. How was that experience for you?
Of course, we're working with our producer, Fotis Bernardo, which is a very talented man. He's the guy that played the drums for Celtic Flesh until Cream comes to the band. So yeah, with him, we we didn't let anything we managed to work on any specific elements, from what kind of strings, what kind of coils. We changed a couple of guitars. We did again changing of the gear. So we experimented a lot during the process of the recordings, and we managed to get the sound that you are listening to. So it's probably more than a year, using re-recording again. It took so long, to find the specific guitar sound, which is a basic element to us. Is a guitar wise, more sound wise, sound guitar wise, the whole production.
And within that guitar sound, I gotta say, this album has great solos. How do you approach the solos? Do you look at the song and what the mood that it gives you, and you go with that, or do you have some solos
course, yeah,
you work on and then you just try to incorporate them?
The solo, in general, I didn't like a lot, the idea of solos, because you may exaggerate, you know how it is. We try to put what exactly every song needs, if it needs something. So if you have noticed, not every song has a solo.
Mm-hmm.
So I felt that in 2, 3, 4 parts there needed something that usually came up with the riffing. I didn't put the solos afterwards. It just came up during the composing processor. Yeah.
Yeah, but having the solos only on certain songs actually makes them more impactful, because then when they come on, you're like, oh, here's one,
Yeah, no, they came very naturally. So we don't, when I'm composing, I don't have in mind every time, on this one I have to do this solo, on the other one it has to have a solo, so let's try to get a solo now. No, it doesn't get this way.
It's
our music comes from our heart, direct from the heart, so it's very natural, all the process.
Do you have a favorite guitar wise? Do you have a favorite song on this record that you really enjoy playing the riff, you really enjoy playing the melody?
Solo, any moment. Yeah, on the Crestfallen. I like a lot after the minute 3, the third minute, third, fourth minute there. So in the middle of the Crestfallen is my favorite, part.
That's one of my favorite songs on the whole record. So I can understand your love for that melody, for that.
Thank you so much.
When you look at this album, do you look at the vocals as the glue that holds everything else together?
We had the chance now to have in the band, because our previous singer left the band a couple of years ago. We tried to sorry, a little bit. So we tried this album with a new singer, to respect our future, to respect our past, but also try to build our future sound. So the guy Peter, I think respected a lot the band's history. On the other hand, he tried to progress, to put new elements in the sound. I think this album has the best vocals ever, we had. I'm very proud of our singer.
It has definitely the best combination of what the sound feels like and then the emotion that the vocals delivery. That combination is very seamless from first to the last song.
Yeah, thank you. I also think so.
One last question for you. So the album comes out October 13th on Season of Mist. What's next for you guys after the album release?
Yeah, so far we have booked 10 lives. So our goal is, until the summer of 24, to play as much as we can. Afterwards, after summer, we're gonna try to record. Probably we'll record the next one. But until then, as many lives as it gets. So
you want to be busy.
We wanna be. Yeah, we have to be. Because our goal is to to play. And more people get to know our band. So the only way now is to get your album through a very good label. We got the chance to do it, and now it's to play as much as we can, so we get our name bigger and bigger. You know how it works.
Yeah. And I think you guys have a great record to do that with, and a great album behind. A great label behind you. So all the best to you and the guys in the band with this self-titled record on Thorns. Once again, out October 13th on Season of Mist. Christos, thank you very much for your time today. And
thank you so much for this one. And excuse me for all the the disturbances and delays.
No worries, man. No worries. Thank you for taking the time, and all the best with the record.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Take care, man. Bye.
Bye.